Hey everyone, my name is Najik. Welcome back to Najik After Dark. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Kandahar Giant. It's kind of like a modern legend, I guess you could call it that, like a modern myth, so to speak. Um, but basically, what it was is back in like 2002, um, an elite tactical team that was deployed in Afghanistan was said to have killed the Kandahar Giant, a 13-foot tall beast with flaming red hair, 6 fingers on each hand, and 2 sets of teeth. Now, this is allegedly what happened. We don't know for sure that this is what happened because there's no footage or there's no like credible source on this knowledge. It's just something that was said to have happened by somebody who we can't confirm was there. So it's all kind of like, hearsay, so to speak. But here, I'm going to read this bit of the article so you can get the story. A group of soldiers went missing while on patrol in a remote mountain region of Kandahar, in the south of Afghanistan. And when they failed to make radio contact for some time, the military sent in a special ops unit to investigate, though the branch of the armed forces they belonged to was never confirmed. Then, high up in the mountains, the unit came across a cave with scattered army equipment around but no sign of the missing soldiers. And that's when they chanced upon the Kandahar Giant. Though the tale grows with the telling, with some reports suggesting that the humanoid grew as tall as 15 feet, this red-headed giant with 6 digits, leather moccasins, and smelling like dead bodies, suddenly emerged from the cave and impaled one of the soldiers with a spear. And that's when the soldiers opened fire, ultimately felling the giant with 30 seconds of continuous fire. Now, the thing about this story is that we obviously have no proof that it happened. It could just be someone wanting to start a rumor for the fun of it. It is interesting how it is described, though. If someone wanted to start a huge, scary rumor about some giant, they could have made it a little scarier at least. This next bit I have is a tweet that I saw in response that claimed to have information on another giant located in Iraq. Not only did this happen, but it wasn't even the only one the US Army found during the War on Terror. There's one chained beneath Haditha Dam in Iraq. Occupying forces reported hearing its ceaseless screams. Iraqi soldiers literally threw themselves at US forces human wave style to prevent them from capturing the dam. Giant identification and sometimes neutralization is one of the primary functions of the US military. There were fronts of the Second World War you've never even heard about, but just know the Nazis went to Tibet for a reason. Now, it is worth mentioning that guy did say that to a response that said, okay, where can I read about this? He just said no. So it's a little iffy about that second one about the giant in Iraq, but I thought I would just let you guys know that in case you were getting really like into it. And once again, I am not a conspiracy theorist. I just thought this story was very interesting because it's like, well, dang, like, are there actually giants in Iraq and Afghanistan, like that the military has dealt with? Like that's really crazy to think about. The people who wrote the article also mentioned that there's like a specific group that's trying to connect all of this to like biblical things, and I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I don't think that these are Nephilim at all. So yeah, there's that. After the troops killed the giant, they loaded it onto a Chinook helicopter, which carried it to a transport plane, where no one ever saw it again. The soldiers were forced to sign non-disclosure agreements so the government could keep them all quiet. But eventually, the soldiers broke their silence because, as one of the men would later say, the people have the right to know the truth. In August 2016, Snopes reached out to the Department of Defense about the Kandahar giant incident. The Department of Defense told out in no uncertain terms that they had no record of information about a Special Forces member killed by a giant in Kandahar. What's more, There are no press releases on the Department of Defense's website involving either a special forces troop disappearing in Afghanistan or of any incident involving soldiers felling a giant. Of course, as with any good conspiracy, this lack of evidence isn't sufficient proof that the myth of the Kandahar giant doesn't exist. In fact, Snopes' debunking of the legend has had quite the opposite effect in certain cryptid spaces, which claim that the government is trying to hide the truth from the public. I actually do agree with this quite a bit, because I do think it's really in character for governments to hide the truth of certain situations. You know, like, there's a lot fishy going on with 9/11, you know, like, stuff like this is definitely in character for the US government in particular to do. Um, I mean, look, I don't believe anything unless it's, like, for sure true, or, like, I have a certain feeling that it would be true to me. I don't know how to explain it, but if somebody were to tell me that this actually did happen and they had like 100% proof, I would not be surprised. Like, honestly, like this seems like it would be, you know, it seems like it could be true, but I mean, we can't fully believe this as it's not really proven. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I tried to get as much information on this topic as I could, but I mean, this is as long as I can make this. I just thought it would be interesting to talk about. If you liked the video, please subscribe. You know, go down in the description, join our Discord, get on there, talk to us, you know, tell us what you do like, what you don't like about the videos. And if you want me to read any of your stories, or anything like that, put them in the comments. If you want to remain anonymous, I have an email. Just get me at magicafterdark@gmail.com, and I will respond to your email, and I will say whether I will use it in a video or not. It has to be, of course, it has to be, like, you know, appropriate. So, yeah. Have a good day. I don't know. Or a good night, because it's spooky. That's right. See ya. Do you guys believe in giants at all? Because this one's pretty interesting. I don't know.